Listen to me very carefully this morning, because what I'm about to say is going to stir something inside you that has been sleeping for too long. You are standing on the edge of a miracle that is going to feel unreal. And God sent you here to hear this before he releases it. I want you to lean in, not with your emotions, not with your doubts, not with your fears, but with your spirit. Because your spirit knows what your circumstances keep trying to deny. Your spirit knows what your logic keeps trying to dismiss. Your spirit knows what your past experiences keep trying to talk you out of. Your spirit knows that heaven has already started moving things in your favor long before you had the faith to ask. And this morning, God is declaring, I am about to give you a miracle that feels unreal. You didn't stumble into this moment. You weren't scrolling by accident. You didn't wake up early for no reason. Your spirit was pulled here because something supernatural is aligning in your life. Something that eyes haven't seen. Something your mind hasn't fathomed. Something your environment has not prepared you for. Something your current resources cannot explain. Something your past disappointments cannot block. Something that is going to shift the trajectory of your life so drastically that when it happens, you will question whether you're dreaming. You've been praying for a breakthrough. You've been praying for clarity. You've been praying for stability. You've been praying for direction. You've been praying for provision. You've been praying for a sign that God still sees you, still hears you, still has a plan for you. And God is saying, not only do I see you, not only do I hear you, not only do I have a plan, but I'm about to give you a miracle that feels unreal. Some of you have been walking around with silent exhaustion. You've been functioning but drained, smiling but hurting, showing up but discouraged, holding it together but barely. You've been carrying stress in your chest, pressure in your mind, heaviness in your soul. You've been asking God for strength to make it through the day, not even daring to ask for a miracle because life has hit you so hard that you stopped expecting anything beyond survival. But heaven did not call you to survive. Heaven called you to witness the miraculous. Heaven called you to encounter favor that defies logic. Heaven called you to experience blessings that don't match your qualifications. Heaven called you to rise into a realm where the supernatural becomes your new normal. And I need you to hear this clearly. God has not forgotten you. He has not overlooked you. He has not bypassed you. He has not ignored your tears, ignored your work, ignored your faith, ignored your waiting, ignored your sacrifices. You are not invisible to God. You are not lost. You are not behind schedule. You are positioned. You are aligned. You are being prepared for a miracle that feels unreal. But let me tell you the truth. Before every unreal miracle, there is always a very real battle. Before every breakthrough, there is a moment of breaking. Before every divine shift, there is a season of shaking. Before every supernatural blessing, there is a stretch that feels unbearable. And for some of you, that's where you've been. You've been stretched in your patience, stretched in your faith, stretched in your finances, stretched in your relationships, stretched in your confidence, stretched in your trust. Life has pulled you so far out of your comfort zone that you don't even recognize parts of yourself anymore. But the stretching was not punishment, it was preparation. Miracles require capacity, and God has been enlarging your capacity. That's why you've been uncomfortable. That's why nothing familiar feels the same. That's why old patterns no longer satisfy you. That's why old environments feel too small. That's why the relationships you once clung to no longer carry the same weight. That's why the opportunities you used to chase no longer attract you. God has been enlarging your internal space so that when the miracle arrives, it doesn't overflow and break you. It fits you. Some of you have been praying for a miracle while still thinking with a survival mindset. Praying for provision but expecting loss. Praying for a new beginning but fearing another disappointment. Praying for breakthrough but preparing emotionally for failure. Praying for miracles but keeping your expectations low so you don't get hurt again. But hear me, miracles don't manifest in low expectation environments. God is pushing you to raise your expectation, raise your faith, raise your vision, raise your belief in what he can do. Because what he's about to release is not something you can explain. It's not something you can rationalize. It's not something you can predict. It's not something you can calculate. This miracle is going to bypass process, bypass limitation, bypass statistics, bypass the normal rules, bypass the opinions of people who doubted you. This miracle is going to feel unreal because it is not coming from your effort. It is coming from God's sovereignty. You've been working so hard trying to fix things yourself, trying to make doors open, trying to keep your life stable, trying to keep your faith strong, trying to create opportunities, trying to hold your family together, trying to keep yourself from collapsing under pressure. But God is saying, stand still. I am about to do something that your effort could never accomplish. I am about to make a way where you ran out of options. I am about to release a miracle that feels unreal. You're in a place where miracles happen, the place where your strength is gone, but your faith still whispers. The place where your plans failed, but your spirit hasn't died. The place where your resources are low, but your hope is still alive. The place where you don't know how, but you believe God can. That's where miracles are born. That's where the supernatural overtakes the natural. That's where heaven invades your circumstances. And God is reminding you, I don't need the situation to make sense to bless you. I don't need the environment to be stable to elevate you. I don't need the people around you to support you, to promote you. I don't need your bank account to be full to provide for you. I don't need the job offer, the perfect timing, the ideal conditions. I don't need everything to be fair. I don't need everything to be easy. I am God and I can give you a miracle that feels unreal no matter what surrounds you. This is important. Miracles rarely come through the path you expect. They often come through inconvenience, interruption, redirection, unexpected change, uncomfortable endings, sudden beginnings, and blessings disguised as problems. That's why you can't judge what God is doing based on how it feels right now. You might be in the middle of the miracle and not even realize it because it doesn't look like what you imagined. Sometimes the miracle begins with a closed door because God is redirecting you to the right one. Sometimes the miracle begins with people leaving because God is clearing the room for those who are assigned to your destiny. Sometimes the miracle begins with a disappointment because God is removing what would have distracted you from the blessing. Sometimes the miracle begins with nothing working because God is positioning you for something that only He can open. And I need to tell you this, the miracle God is about to release will not be subtle. It will not be barely enough. It will not be halfway. It will not be fragile. It will not be temporary. It will not be unstable. When God gives you a miracle that feels unreal, it comes with magnitude. It comes with clarity. It comes with stability. It comes with undeniable evidence that it was him and not you. It comes with peace that cannot be shaken. It comes with provision that meets more than one need. It comes with favor that touches more than one area of your life. Some of you are about to walk into a miracle in your finances provision that arrives in a way you never expected, at a time you couldn't predict. Some of you are about to walk into a miracle in your career opportunities opening that you didn't apply for. Connections that elevate you without effort. Positions that bypass normal qualifications. Some of you are about to walk into a miracle in your relationships, reconciliation that felt impossible, healing that felt unreachable, love that feels divinely orchestrated. Some of you are about to walk into a miracle in your spirit, clarity after confusion, peace after years of inner war, joy after a season of heaviness, purpose after wandering. And some of you are about to walk into a miracle in your identity, a rebirth of confidence, a restoration of self-worth, a renewal of courage. God said this miracle will feel unreal because it is bigger than your history, bigger than your pain, bigger than your failures, bigger than your resources, bigger than your doubts, bigger than your timeline. This miracle will feel unreal because it does not match where you've been, it matches where God is taking you. It does not align with your past, it aligns with your destiny. It does not reflect what you lost, it reflects what God is restoring. It does not reflect your limitations, it reflects his power. You are entering a season where God is about to make you a witness of his supernatural nature. Not just reading about miracles, not just hearing other people's testimonies, not just hoping miracles happen someday. You are going to see one with your own eyes. You are going to touch it, walk in it, live in it, carry it. And when people ask you how it happened, you won't have an explanation because miracles are not explained. They are revealed. And let me speak directly to your doubts. I know you're tired. I know you've questioned yourself. I know you've questioned God. I know your faith has been shaken. I know you've prayed prayers that felt unanswered. I know you've endured seasons that felt unnecessary. I know you've wondered why God hasn't moved yet. I know you've battled disappointment. I know you've wrestled with fear. I know you've tried to keep hope alive even when everything around you suggested you should give up. But hear this clearly. You have not been denied. You have been prepared. You have not been forgotten. You have been positioned. You have not been abandoned. You have been protected. God could have released the miracle earlier, but you would not have been ready. You would not have been able to carry it. You would not have had the wisdom to sustain it. You would not have had the capacity to steward it. You would not have had the discernment to protect it. Now you do. Now you're mature. Now you're grounded. Now you're wiser. Now you're more discerning. Now you're more stable. Now you're more surrendered. Now you're more aligned. This is why God is saying, now I can trust you with the miracle. And that miracle will feel unreal because it is arriving in a season where everything in your life appeared unlikely, yet God still decided to move. You're not waiting on the miracle anymore. The miracle is waiting on you, waiting on your faith, waiting on your openness, waiting on your surrender, waiting on your willingness to believe again, waiting on you to stop letting your past define your future, waiting on you to stop assuming that God moves only in predictable ways, waiting on you to silence the fear that says you're not worthy. Waiting on you to stop comparing your journey to others. Waiting on you to step into the version of yourself that is prepared to receive something supernatural. Take a breath right now and let this truth settle. Your life is about to shift. Your circumstances are about to shift. Your atmosphere is about to shift. Your perspective is about to shift. Your confidence is about to shift. Your spirit is about to rise, because the miracle that's coming is not just an event, it's a transformation. It's not just a blessing, it's a breakthrough. It's not just provision, it's repositioning. It's not just supernatural, it's strategic. And when it happens, it will feel unreal. Your mind won't have language for it. Your environment won't match it. Your past won't explain it. But your spirit will know this is God. God said, I'm about to give you a miracle that feels unreal. And when he does, your life will never look the same.